When I first came here, they had what they called registration cards. You would go department to department and pick up your card. It was called arena registration. It was the old IBM computer card where you'd feed the card in and they would put a printout of what your schedule was. And so you would go pick up your cards and then go drop them at one of the registration places on campus. They'd run it and then give you a copy of your schedule. So if there were any course conflicts or time period complaints, you would go to, they would have a station set up in the gym where they'd have all the departments there to resolve the issues. The favorite time period was probably from fall of 1986 until about 91, 92. And the reason why I say that is that we had a very, very active, engaged student body. I'm in my 34th year. Technically, I started at the end of April of 86, but I didn't really start full-time until August of 86. We were around 6,900 to 7,000. Nicholls is generally hovered between 6,800 and 7,200. We did hit 7,500 a year of Katrina because we had a bunch of UNL students that came and registered, but they weren't permanent students. On campus was about 1,450 residents. It was a different time. Not everybody had cars, and nobody had cell phones because it was the old battery-packed cell phones. And so people communicated with people in person. They didn't have email, they didn't have Facebook, and they didn't have selfies to get, for people to post pictures on a website to get themselves in trouble. Across the campus, whether it was the residence halls, Greeks were active, athletics was active, band, cheerleading, college, they don't call it debate anymore, but oratorio competition teams, and it just seemed at a time when there was a lot of student activity on the campus. If we were having a picnic on a Thursday, there would be 1,500 students showing up to play games and go to the picnic. And those alumni of any group have stayed in contact with the campus more than probably any other 5 or 6 year period, I find. And so, because they have a high level of contact after graduations, to me that demonstrates that they really connected and linked their experience to Nicholls. Now, for engagement on campus, I think it has a lot to do with how we sell a product. If we sell a product, come to Nicholls and become a well-rounded person who can speak about the arts, about the humanities, about the sciences, about history, it's going to give you a comparative advantage. I want one day for Nicholls students to be able to say, when an employer says, tell me what separates you from all the other applicants I have, that the response is, I graduated from Nicholls.